This is Megan Bear, your nurse practice specialist here on the 4th floor. And I just wanted to do a quick update for you on our new supplemental nurser systems that we're going to be using in replace of NG tubes for supplementing babies at breast. While historically we've used NG tubes, we now have this system that's specifically designed for this, and I wanted to show you how to set it up and some of the features about it. So this just opens up. This container can be used as a small wash basin. By adding a little bit of soap, you can wash your pieces after use. They do come sterile, so you don't have to wash them once they're opened. This comes with several different pieces to it. So you have a graduated cylinder bottle, the Medela, which also is the same as like our colostrum bottles. There is this kind of tube part of it with a small plastic piece here that is very flexible. Some features of the tube is there is a clamp to clamp on and off. And there is only one hole in this tube right at the end. Unlike the NG tubes that have several tubes openings on the tube, this only has an opening at the end. This tube should be placed kind of in the corner of the baby's mouth near their, kind of in their cheek or in their buccal pad. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. This piece is a one-way valve. This comes apart just like the Medela pieces do on the pumps. So it goes in here just like that. These holes are where the milk is going to flow through. So as the baby sucks and pulls, this little valve will open and let the milk flow into this little trough area and flow to the baby. What this also does is prevents the milk from flowing if the baby is not sucking. So if the baby's in a rest period in between, it's not going to gavage feed that baby the milk. So this piece is what holds it to the bottle. So it just slides through like that. You can see it here. So you should be able to see the holes from the top. If this piece is placed upside down, it will not work because milk will not be able to flow to the baby. So if it's not working for you, that might be a good place to troubleshoot. You get the amount of supplement that you want. Typically, this is not a good option if you're supplementing a very small amount of colostrum. You might consider spoon feeding or another method of supplementation when it's a very small quantity, because there's not a great way to flush the tubing. But if you're using formula or express breast milk, this is a great option for that. Once you have your milk in here, you'll just place your lid like this. And there is also a small clamp here that can be attached then to the mom's shirt or pillowcase behind her so that it's right here. This tube can be taped to the breast with a small piece of paper tape up and down so that then the mom can attempt to latch hands-free. It's a little tricky if it's not taped at all. The tube can get a little unruly. So I would encourage you to use a small piece of tape to tape that to help when you're latching the baby. And so that the mom can independently be able to use this tool for supplementing overnight when lactation or nursing isn't available. You can prime the tubing by squeezing right here, and that will prime the tubing down. You're going to make sure that's unclamped to do that. What am I missing? This will be stocked, mostly passed out by lactation currently, but night nurses and postpartum nurses do have access to this, and we're working on getting it stocked in distribution. If you have questions about how to use the equipment, you can speak to lactation about this. They all know how to use it, or myself. To wash this, you're going to take all of the pieces apart and place them in here, and you can put a little warm soapy water in here and rinse them off and set them out to dry. This is also a great place to keep all of the pieces together and contained. These are 24-hour use SNS systems, so marking when they expire or when they were opened is helpful. And if the mom needs to use an SNS past 24 hours, please feel free to replace that and get an additional one for them. Again, with any questions, reach out to Lactation or myself, and thank you for all of your help transitioning to this new system.